DJM TV.
Oba Tokbe, he said. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all Edolites in the diaspora. My name is Ambassador Matthew Biki Uwaifo, and I'm speaking to you from Harare, Zimbabwe. Today is the 6th of January 2021, and the time now, by my time, is 6 o'clock in the evening in Harare. I want to throw light on the judgments that were given by both the Federal High Court in Abuja and the Edo State High Court in Benin City concerning the two of the pre-election cases before both courts sometime ago. Now, the first case dwells simply on a waiver granted to Pastor Eze Iyamu by the then and now sacked chairman of the APC, Comrade Adams Aliu Oshomole. The case had been brought by the PDP and some members of the APC who felt aggrieved to the court, and the court was asked to declare that that waiver was illegal. And in its judgment 3 weeks ago, the court gave a judgment and said that the waiver was valid, and this was done because there is a precedent about these cases like this. The Supreme Court earlier some time ago in 2020 gave a judgment that the courts had no powers to interfere into the internal workings or decisions of the party. And so if a candidate is disqualified by his party in a primary or in an from taking part in an election, that the best way that aggrieved party can redeem himself is to go to another party. And that was exactly what Obaseki did by joining the PDP. And he later won the election. And there was nothing like going to court about that because our governor knows the law. So the first case was about a waiver, and the court judged that the waiver was valid, and therefore it said that it was giving the judgment in favor of the APC with costs. Now, the second case, that was the case yesterday, was brought by Honorable Sunday Kadiri alias SPK of Ogbona Ward in Esako West local government of Edo State. That is the local government of Comrade Adam Aliu Oshomole. He prayed the court to declare the candidacy of Audu Ganiu Abudu, the deputy governorship candidate of the APC, to declare it illegal and disqualify him because he presented false information to INEC. The candidate presented 5 certificates with 5 different names to INEC. And so he also asked and prayed the court to declare the candidacy of Pastor Eze Iyamu illegal and disqualify him for running with a man who presented false information to INEC. And this has been done. The case of Bayelsa, one can recall to mind the case of Bayelsa, where the deputy governor's certificate was found to be forged, and that made the governor to lose the elections. So those are the 2 cases. And in giving his judgment, Honorable Justice Courage Ogbebo, today, the 6th of January 2021, after checking the case fully gave a judgment and said that after careful examination of the evidences before her and the prayers of Honorable Sunday Kadiri, that he gave a judgment that Eze Iyamu was disqualified and not qualified to have taken part in that election, and that Ganiu is also disqualified for providing false information to INEC according to the evidence presented to her. So I want to quickly throw light here. If you read the internet, you go around, everybody is confusing people in the opposition camp. That is why I said they are perchant for unparalleled and unequal, unparalleled interpretation of the law. Is unequaled, you see, because they are saying that, oh, the Federal High Court last 3 weeks gave judgment in favor of the candidacy of Eze Iyamu and his deputy, and that the Federal High Court is superior to the Benin Court, and that the Benin Court is Obaseki's court, so their judgment is null and void. These are people who are completely not knowledgeable about the law, because every correspondent court, high court, has the same powers, whether in Maiduguri, Sokoto, Benue State, Port Harcourt, or Edo, or even in Abuja. They have the same powers. And not only that, if you say the courts in Benin or Obaseki's court, who appoint the judges? Is it not the APC government? So, my dear, let's leave that aside. What I want to really address here is the fact that false propaganda is being spread. The two cases are very, very different. The first case was dealing with a waiver in Abuja. That was the first case. The second case dealt with qualifications. The first case never dealt with that, as I have enumerated. The second case dealt with qualifications, and it was found out that Audu Ganiu Abudu has forged certificates, 5 certificates with 5 different names, and he was disqualified. And by connection, the governorship candidacy of Eze Iyamu was also disqualified. So that is the situation on the ground and the truth on the ground. So my people in the diaspora, I am doing this video to clear the issues. Those are the issues on ground. In the other case before the court, which I will not go into in detail, Obaseki has provided the certificate. Primary school, secondary school, university, and the universities he attended for his master's degree. He has presented the original certificate to INEC. And INEC subpoenaed the University of Ibadan to come and certify if Obaseki's certificate was correct. And the representative, the deputy registrar of the University of Ibadan, Mr. Ajayi, came to court and certified that the certificate was correct. Now, why all this hula baloo? I know and I think that the APC knows that they do not have any case against Obaseki. All they are doing is to distract the government from carrying out its mega agenda. And all they were doing is to distract attention so that the forged certificates of Ganiu cannot be called back to question. But they have failed again. So what I am saying here in effect is this. My people, there is nothing in this propaganda of saying that 3 weeks ago the case was judged and the candidacy of Eze Iyamu was approved. That is a big lie from the pit of hell. That's a big lie. And also, I want to mention here, there are still outstanding cases against Eze Iyamu. The case of Ozono is still outstanding, where Ozono said that the court, the Federal Court in Abuja, in due consideration and in construction of section 183, 222A and 223 should say whether the candidacy of Eze Iyamu was correct, and also the Electoral Act, section 153 and section 31, whether it was correct. And what do these laws say? The constitution is very clear that only the chairman of a party and the secretary general can submit the name to INEC. And the people submitted Eze Iyamu's name and his deputy were the chairman and secretary general of a caretaker committee of the APC. These are not chairmen. And so the only recognized chairman according to the law of Nigeria was Giadom. And Giadom wrote a letter to INEC that APC had no candidate, and that the time was too short to select a candidate. So that is the ground. And I want everybody to remember, I've always told you from time, I've done over 20 videos insisting that Eze Iyamu is not a candidate in that election and was not supposed to be a candidate. Finally, Eze Iyamu has taken appeal to the appeal court. He said he will file his appeal, and maybe he has filed it, concerning the judgment that was given today, the 6th of January. That is within his rights. And according to the constitution and the evidences on ground, whether Eze Iyamu goes to the Supreme Court, the judgment, as far as I'm concerned, will stand. So we wait to see how events unfold. So my dear people, thank you for listening to me. This is the present situation. And like I've always said, Obaseki has come to stay. Come 2024, Obaseki will hand over to another governor. That is it. The heavenly places have agreed to it. The Enikao have said it. And all Edolites spoke with one voice and said, this is the man we want. Obaseki is the man we want. Obaseki is the one that can take us to another level. The choice was clear. The difference is very clear. So, my dear people, relax. Let's see how all this will play out. But in the end, truth will prevail. Truth will prevail. And finally, I've never seen anybody, accusing Obaseki of stealing money. All these things is about breaking into the treasury of Edo State for personal belly infrastructure and aggrandizement that we voted against on September 19, 2020. No more godfatherism, no more agberoism, no more bad governance, no more unbridled perchance for looting the state treasury. No. That's what we said no to. Thank you all, Edolites, for speaking with one voice. Please let us shine our eyes. God bless Governor Obaseki and his team. God bless Edo State. God bless all supporters of Obaseki. And God bless Nigeria. Thank you all for listening to me. Amen.
DJM TV. DJM TV.
People are people don't say no, they don't like us. Welcome to DJM TV.
DJM TV. DJM TV. DJM TV. DJM TV.
Some of the delegates and ask the question.
DJM TV. DJM TV.